bing, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, man. Welcome back to my channel. Today I was like, what do I want to film? What did I want to watch when I was on the other side of the screen? That doesn't make any sense. I thought, what better than to just give you guys a little sister chat, a little bit of tips that I wish I knew before starting the gym. I'm gonna go into detail of some things that you can do to be more efficient? Okay. To be more efficient and effective in the gym and just in your overall health and wellness / nutrition. I have made some serious mistakes. I want you guys to learn from me so you don't have to go through them yourself. So let's get into it. The first thing I wish I knew is that over-exercising is a very real thing. You can absolutely over-exercise. I used to think, oh, if I go 7 days a week, I'm gonna get faster results because I'm going more. That's actually false. If you don't give yourself enough rest days and prioritize rest, you're not gonna recover and you're not gonna build that muscle that you're working so hard to build because your body doesn't have time. It's just like breaking down muscle repetitively. And that also kind of leads me into another point, which is that rest is part of the plan. So schedule it in. The rest is just as important as the actual workouts themselves. So active recovery, mobility, rolling out, those are things that are also going to give you longevity and be able to work out for a long time instead of your body starting to hurt and deteriorate by the time you're 25. So take it from me. Stop skipping mobility, stop skipping stretching, and stop skipping your rest days. Tech support! Am I still in the screen?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Something else that has to do with rest is the amount of rest between sets. It actually matters. So if you're doing a set and you're stopping resting for like 10 seconds and then going right back into another set, are you really challenging yourself enough? That's my question for you. Think about it. Because if you can just easily pick up another set of weights and start repping out more reps, you might not be pushing yourself enough in your sets. You should be gassed enough where you need at least 45 seconds, I would say. Like, if not more, even 60, 75, 90. If you need only 10 seconds between your sets, you're probably not making it count. That leads me to my next point, that it is about the quality of movements when you structure your workout, not the quantity. I used to think if you do 7, 8, 9 exercises per workout and hit like literally every single machine possible for that body part, it was great. And that's not the case. All I was doing, I realized subconsciously, I was holding back and keeping some in the tank because I knew I had 15 more workouts to get through. Just scale back, pick maybe 3 or 4 exercises per session and just really make the sessions count. You don't need 800 sets. Like, you literally could do 4 exercises with 3 to 4 sets a piece and have a better workout than doing 7 to 10 exercises with 5 sets of each. Just be more efficient. It's also better because you're not wasting your time and you're not having to spend 2 hours in the gym. Who has time for that? We've got stuff to do. We are busy, efficient women. My next hack is outdoor steps over cardio machines. People are gonna come for me. I'm not saying cardio machines are bad or indoor cardio is bad. Not at all. I'm just saying for me, mentally, I had to learn what worked and what didn't. And I felt so captured and stuck when I would do a whole hour workout and then be like, crap, I got 45 minutes of cardio, and I would just literally torture myself and be on the treadmill so sad, or on the Stairmaster so sad and so depressed because I just wanted to leave and go hang out with my friends or leave and go eat something. Obviously, I just have a little PTSD with indoor cardio personally. I found that if I'm outside in the sun, I'm enjoying it so much more. I also now focus less on, I gotta do an hour of the stairs, an hour of this, and rather I focus on a step goal. I don't become obsessive with it, but I personally hit about 10K steps a day, and if I'm a little above, a little below, it's fine, but that's kind of like my average goal. And I find that if I'm doing that in everyday life, whether I'm shopping, walking around town, and going on a walk with Keith, it just doesn't feel like such a chore, and I'm getting that cardio in without it being so miserable. I was actually in Europe this summer, and that's when I had the epitome of like, what am I doing? Because my body is looking so snatched and I feel so good and energetic. What did I change? And I realized that I just wasn't doing cardio, indoor cardio, and I had increased my step goal an insane amount because I was walking like 20K steps a day, which is unnecessary, by the way. When I got back to America, I was like, I'm gonna switch things up. So I stopped my indoor cardio and just started simply walking more, and it is the best thing ever. This is probably the most important tip. I lost the most progress and wasted so much time by not realizing this sooner. Eat more food. If you do not eat enough, you will not see any progression. I literally had the best work ethic in the gym. Like, I was working harder than anybody in there, always crushing it, always absolutely gassed, leaving a workout, so sweaty, and I thought that meant that I should be seeing results. Technically, if I were eating, my results would have been out of this world, but I was not eating. I was under fueling my body. I was scared of food. I was scared for the scale to go up. I was so set of staying in my little 100-pound weight zone that I just wouldn't fuel my body enough. It just goes back into recovery. I was not able to recover because my body did not have the food it needed, the fuel it needed. You need carbs, you need fats, and you need protein. Eat more. I'm not kidding you. The past 1 year, I have made more progress than I did the previous 4 all combined because I simply eat probably double than I used to eat. Something else I want to remind you girlies, that you can be multiple things. I know there's a trend right now of like you have to be either a Pilates princess or a muscle mommy or a runner girl, like, or a high rocks girl. I personally think when you get out of the mindset of putting yourself in a box is when you thrive and you start to enjoy it all, because I used to be so torn of like what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, and I literally just started doing movement that felt good, because movement is movement and any movement is good movement. And so now I do more of like hybrid training, a little bit of functional. If I feel like running, I run. I do like 3 to 4 sessions of weight training. If my friend asks me to take a Pilates class, I'm gonna go. There's multiple ways to move, and they are all lovely and wonderful, and just find some that feel good to you. And whether it's specifically in the gym or it's a mix of all kinds of things, that's fine. Run with it. The most effective exercise is just one that you'll actually stick to because you enjoy. Another tip, and something that I wish I realized sooner because I have a lot of injuries that prove that I did not realize this early enough, but your shoes matter. You always hear when you're in the gym you want to wear like more of a flat-soled shoe when it comes to doing leg days per se, and Metcons, like Nike Metcons, are great for those, right? But also, especially when it comes to running, the shoe makes a difference. And I can't sit here and tell you the exact shoe you need. I recommend going and getting fitted if you are gonna start running frequently, because everyone's foot is different. And so I used to wear Hokas because everyone was thriving and showing like how much they love Hokas and they were popping off. But in reality, they were causing me horrible IT band pain because they did not fit my foot right. Go for comfort and functionality with your workout shoes and your running shoes, not for aesthetics. Who cares? I always say the best runners always have the ugliest shoes, because you know that they don't care what they look like because they're putting those miles on those shoes. The last little tip I'll leave you with has to do with nutrition, and it is that macros. What is that tip actually? I saw a little quote somewhere that said something along the lines of that you should track macros if you're worried about body composition, calories if your focus is the number on the scale, and focusing on ingredients if your goal is to feel good. Obviously, you can focus on more than one of those things, but I personally focused on just macros for so long because I was so worried about like gaining weight and staying so tiny. It didn't matter what it was or what I was eating or how processed it was, as long as it fit my macros. And while that is efficient when it comes to controlling your weight, like weight loss and weight gain, it was not healthy for me long term because I was neglecting the quality of my food. I will always be an advocate that your ingredients matter with how you feel, how you perform, and just the longevity of your results. And I'm more focused on overall wellness now rather than just temporary physique. So my focus has definitely shifted more into how many whole foods can I eat, how can I get my protein and my nutrients through real food, and I just feel really good. And so it's made a big difference, and so I just want you to keep that in mind, that nothing's wrong with tracking macros, but it can become a little toxic if you are neglecting the actual quality of your food just so that it fits your macros. Don't know how to end this. I hope the tips helped and that you can apply them into your wellness journey so you can be the best you. If you follow me on other platforms, you've seen that I recently launched my business Alora with my two best friends. It is a community of women where we just encourage each other to be our best selves, and I really think that so many of you would benefit from it. So if you're interested in joining that, I'll also put the link to that in the description below. We also launched some really cute hoodies. I don't have them all with me, there's 3 of them, but this is one of the designs. So check those out too if you're interested. Let me know what you want to see from me next. Comment below. I love you guys. I will see you next week.